Folk radio for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network.
All right. Well. How are you doing? Crazy days. Yes. But the show must go on. This is Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Today is Thursday, January 9th, 2025. And as announced, and we do this every single year, tonight is our annual Conscious Life Expo preview special event. And that's a lot of words because it is a preview, it is a special, and it is an event. And we do this every single year. You can help support everything that we do around here at Fade to Black as we survive the smoke and the fires and the apocalypse here in Southern California. Help support what we do by getting yourself a Fade to Black t-shirt. Yeah, we have 2 shirts, 2 ways to get them. The links are below. Get a Game Changer membership. You can order a shirt. We have 2 shirts, so you can order both designs. Everything's autographed. Everything includes shipping. The links are below. And if you go to the Conscious Life Expo, you can stop by my booth. Yeah. I probably won't be there, but you can buy a shirt. All right. Crazy week here on Fade to Black. Crazy week. Monday night, we had the one and only Jason Quitt here. He is also going to be at the Conscious Life Expo. And Tuesday night, the fires broke out here in Southern California, and we had no show. Last night, Whitley Strieber was supposed to be here. Whitley's okay. He was a no-show last night. He had a power outage. And I don't panic. I don't freak out anymore. I don't do those things. And last time we ended up having a wonderful show, an AMA, and I was able to just sit here and hang out with my friends and just kind of vent and let you know emotionally what we are all going through here in Southern California. My personal reflections that I laid out on everybody last night are the same as everybody here in Southern California right now. It is an unbelievable experience and life test that we are all going through at the moment. The fires continue, and which takes us to tonight for our CLE 2025 special event. But earlier today, I posted an alert, and it popped up on my phone, and it said, evacuation warning. This is for your area. Leave now, right? And I was like, what? So I'm reading that. I jump on all of the apps. I'm like, what? There's a fire. And I couldn't find anything. I posted it on Facebook. I wanted everybody to know that this alert was going out. And as it turned out, it was a mistake. And about 15 minutes later, I get another alert on my phone, sounded the same. And it said, please ignore the last alert. And I'm thinking to myself, and this went out county-wide, everybody. It went out county-wide. And I'm thinking to myself, how many people had heart attacks just like me? Yeah, I thought about that. How many people didn't check anything, running out of the house, jumping in their car, driving up the street, and then started to check things out, looking around for a fire, looking for smoke. Yeah, all of this went down. It was absolutely nuts. So anyway, evacuation averted. It turned out it was for Calabasas. Yeah. And which was a fire burning all the way to the edges of the homes there in Calabasas. And a fire that's still ongoing right now. I think they have it under control. Okay, so again, man, with all of the particles in the air and everything else, my throat is which has already been an issue, is certainly an issue tonight. I've been on the phone all day and on the phone all day for the last 3 days. So anyway, I'll get through tonight because I don't have one, but I have two co-hosts tonight. Let me hit this coffee. My throat's gone. My throat is toast. And let me tell you, these pipes are how I pay the bills. Yeah, let's not damage those pipes. Tonight we have Serena Wright Taylor with us. We have Kristine Augustyn with us, two of my favorite people on planet Earth. Of course, everybody out there knows that. Serena is an award-winning not only conference producer, but she is a Vedic astrologer. She's been on Fade to Black many, many times. So has Kristine. And Kristine not only is a producer for Conscious Life Expo, but she is a part of our community and has been interested in all of these esoteric and metaphysical sciences since she was a child. She knows more than I do. I would like to welcome both of them back to Fade to Black. There is Serena. Serena, how you doing?
Hello.
There is Kristine.
Hey, great to be back.
But it seems like I just saw you guys last weekend.
Yeah, well, wasn't long ago.
Yeah, well, wasn't that long ago. And for everybody out there that follows my social media, Kristine and I were sitting next to each other. We have an annual Christmas and holiday dinner at Serena's house. Been doing this for 10 years now. And so I leaned over, put my head on Kristine's lap and snapped a selfie. And so for everybody out there that saw the picture, there she is right there. There's Kristine. Now, before we get to the conference, which we're going to be talking about all night tonight, of course, there's an elephant in the room, right? So let's just go straight there. How are you guys doing down there in Huntington Beach, Serena? Is the smoke affecting you guys, or is it going in another direction?
Yeah, yes, it wasn't yesterday, but today it is. And it's quite strong outside when I was watering the garden, and there's ash. And mostly, because my heart is there. I loved the West Side, for years and years. So it's been very sad for me. And every morning I check the fire map to see if my friends are okay. And I'll be looking forward to seeing some of them in the northern part of Malibu later, maybe next week when it's done. But it's very sad for me.
It's just horrible. And we'll circle back to that.
Mm-hmm.
Kristine, now when the fires broke out, Serena, the first person I called was Kristine. And I was like, and I was checking in on her. And I said, what are you doing? She goes, I'm hanging out with my neighbors. We're all watching the apocalypse on TV. And I said, I'm doing the same thing. And she's very close. She lives in Culver City, which is in the heart of everything that is going down right now. So Kristine, how are you doing?
Yeah, I would say it's a little stressful. I mean, I'm not in the heart that I needed to be evacuated, but I am surrounded by flames, and I've been, feeling so terrible for all the people that are in all of those places, and my heart goes out to them. I have lots of friends that still don't know anything, and yeah, it's scary and it's real, and we're not through it yet.
So tell me, what are you seeing? Because you're in Culver City, so you can just walk out on the street and watch this. What's that like?
Yeah, well, so what I've seen so far, anyway, in the beginning, the smoke was crazy off from the Palisades fire. The smoke was billowing above, and then here's a weird thing: Wednesday morning, I had to go to the dentist. I had an 8 a.m. dentist appointment, and I'm outside at 8 a.m. I'm like, this seems so weird. We're in the apocalypse, but I'm going to the dentist. And then I get to the dentist, and there's like a big window, and me and the dental hygienist are just watching the smoke billow from the Palisades. And I'm in the chair, like, what am I doing here? But I couldn't cancel because then they'd charge me, and they didn't cancel. So I was like,
right.
So it was very strange and surreal. And people are kind of going about their business over on this side. I mean, there's not a ton of traffic, you know, and we're just
streets are empty. Yeah, streets are empty.
Which is good. People stay off the road so that emergency vehicles can get where they need to go. But anyway, it's surreal. It's a surreal experience. And I'm just hoping and praying and surrounding everybody with white light. That's what I'm doing. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, I know. And what's really strange for all of us, LA is, if you live here, LA's it's you know what? It's just damn big. And people don't realize how large it is spread out. So when we talk about, especially today, Palm Springs to Santa Monica, and that includes Van Nuys and Sherman Oaks, right? But from Palm Springs to the ocean, from here all the way to San Diego, that's one city. It all touches now. And most people don't realize the size of the geography because when we talk about Los Angeles, if you live here, that includes everything. But from outside of the city, people don't understand how ginormous everything is. So here you are in Culver City. Serena's down in Huntington Beach. I'm in Palmdale. Right. So we have these big geographic spaces in between what is going on. And these fires are breaking out in between us, you know? And so it's not, you know, the Palisades. Yeah. Okay. It's a few miles, but then all of a sudden Altadena or the Calabasas fire or the Sylmar fire, the Lydia fire that broke out yesterday is a couple of miles from my house. The fire that broke out in the middle of Hollywood. And then suddenly you're looking at a map and these fires are like surrounding us. And people don't understand when we say apocalyptic, you look up in the sky and it feels like the end is nigh. It's just so much trauma put on millions and millions and millions of people.
Yes. Yes.
That's, you know, and some people ask me all the time, so how you doing? Dude, I'm worn out. I'm worn out, you know, and that goes for everybody here in Los Angeles. You know, how are you doing, Serena? Are you tired?
Yeah, absolutely. And I try to concentrate on, you know, working on the expo and a few clients to try to not look all the time at what's going on. And just hope next time I look, it's going to be getting better, you know.
Yeah.
Every morning, like I said, looking at the map, hoping. And friends in England and relatives, you know, they think everything. They know LA is big, but even if there's something going on in California, they think I'm affected by it. You know, like it's right in front of me. But you know, it's such a huge place. If you were saying there can be a fire one place and not, you know, not another, or even when there's an earthquake, it can be over one side and not so bad the other, because it's so big.
And Kristine, how are you? How's your spirit? How you know, how's your inner self doing?
So I'm actually trying to be really practical, you know, like I packed my go bag. I've been kind of helping other people to like get prepared. I've been trying to come up with a plan just in case. So I'm thinking more practically, and my heart is just trying to protect everybody, like emotionally. And that's kind of where my mindset is right now. I'm just, I'm not suffering a lot of anxieties. My neighbors are having some anxiety. I'm not having that right now, but I'm just trying to see the big picture and think logically and just move forward. That's how I'm feeling.
I'm an inch away. When I say an inch, I'm looking down at the ground. The edge is right. I'm an inch away from anxiety.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just trying to stay on this side of it. And you have to stay alert.
Yes.
You don't have a choice. You have to be monitoring the news,
Yes.
which I'm sure for the rest of the country, but it's 24/7. You can't let your guard down right now. Just like what happened today in Calabasas or in Hollywood.
Right.
You know, it's like, oh no, that's Palisades. That's Pasadena. We're safe here. But yeah, snooze on that. Go and play a video game for a couple hours and see what happens in your neighborhood.
That's the thing, because you never know, any second, anywhere right now. Like that's what's happening right now, is any second, anywhere. So you don't know.
So
but I'm trying to think positively. So
yeah, I know, and that's, you know what, that's all you can do. And so a friend of mine, Janet, and I'm not sure if you guys have met Janet, but anyway, that part doesn't matter. Janet's a really good friend of mine. She lives up the street here in Acton. And if you know Palmdale, our sister city next, right here, is Acton, right? Very small ranch, like mountain community. And probably from my house, drive time, 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes in traffic, that close. And 10 minutes in LA, as we all know, your neighbors, that's yes. Close.
Totally.
So yesterday, I get the alert on my phone, and this is what happens. This is at 3:00. The alert says, we may shut off your power today for 8 hours due to the Acton fire. Your address is directly, this is what it said too, by the way. Your address is over the power connector to the Acton grid. I was like, Acton?
What?
You know, I'm like, holy shit, what? And so I immediately, you know, and I've got 2 iPads that have the news on, right? I've got 2 different iPads, got my TV on, I got my phone, and I look, sure enough, there's a fire in Acton. So I call Janet, or I texted her, you okay? You know what's going on? And I just got this alert on my phone. They're going to turn off the power due to the fire in Acton. I don't hear from her for 30 minutes, 30 minutes. She calls me. My house burnt down.
Oh,
like, what? She said, I got to the house. There was smoke. I got to the house. I was with my daughter, and my phone starts ringing. It's my neighbor. Your house is on fire. And she goes, we were in there. She goes, I grabbed my dogs. I grabbed some papers, and we jumped in the car and left. All I have is the clothes on my back. And I don't even know how to respond. I don't even know. How do you respond to that?
Thank
God.
God.
And I'm listening. And so all of that, you know, and what can you say?
Yeah.
And then late last night, during Fade to Black, by the way, and you guys know Corby Waste. You guys know Corby. You've both met Corby. He's a fader not, but he does artwork for the show. He works for NASA. He's been to anyway, it doesn't matter. He lost his house. Corby, you know, lost his house in Pasadena. Anyway, so last night during the show, Janet texted me, said, my house is still standing. All the windows blew out. The house is full of smoke, but the house is still there. And I was like, thank God. And the only thing I said, I texted her back, this is during the show. I said, I've been crushed all day, you know, just walking around, because it's Janet, but I have so many friends just like that have the same story. You know, it's insane. It's insane. And that's the anxiety that I'm talking about. Yeah. And I'm talking to her, and she says this. She goes, I want to cry, but I can't. And I said, I get it. She goes, everybody's in the same position. And I thought, how strong of a human do you have to be? I know your daughter's right there and everything else, but how strong of a human are you that your empathy and your compassion realizes that it's not about you. Everybody's in the same boat, right? Right.
Yeah.
And she goes, what good is crying going to do? That's for me. And everybody, I was like, wow. Well, and I almost started crying, and I'm just trying to and I don't want her to lose it. But anyway, it turned out, she was one of the lucky ones. She was one of the lucky ones to come out on the other end of that. So anyway, so for everybody that is listening to us right now, you have to understand that Kristine and Serena and I, we are all citizens of Los Angeles County, and we are watching and living through everything that you're watching on TV. We're here in the thick of it, and it's just emotionally draining. I mean, I'm toast. I don't know if I don't know. You know what? You know what I'm not going to do tonight? I'm not going to watch the Towering Inferno. You know what I mean? I don't want to see another fire.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like forever, for the rest of my life. And I've been through all of them. This isn't my first rodeo. And
I've been through them too, and the riots and the earthquake. But I remember the riots in LA, and how I drove through. I actually at that time was working for David Soul, and he said, you better go home early because LA is on fire. And so, and they were in Silver Lake, and I had to go through. I didn't go on the freeway. And I saw people taking stuff out of shops, and all that stuff, and fire trucks going back and forth in front. Like one would go one way and the other one was going the other way. And I had to drive through that. And then that's when I lived in Culver City, and Culver City didn't have the fire at that time. But yeah, and then other times we've had Santa Monica Mountains, and we've had a lot of ash in Culver City. So yeah, we've been through a lot of those things.
Yeah, we've all been through. I'm going to tell one 30-second earthquake story. It'll put it all in perspective. I was in Sherman Oaks. Earthquake goes off. It's 4 a.m. I'm down in the street with like 200 people right on the corner, watching my building fall apart. Right, which by the way, I lost everything, and that was the last time I was in that building. Besides trying to rescue my cat, which I did get out. But so we're all standing down there, and you could smell natural gas. You could smell it in the air. And by the way, smelling natural gas, and I'm down on the street smoking. Yeah. So anyway, the office building across the street on Ventura Boulevard is literally in flames. It's like a 3-story building. It's in flames. It's just raging fire. In front of us, my building's here. In front of us, the apartment building that was in front of us had pancaked down on the garage, and it was like sideways. It was 3 stories, but it fell down. And we're looking at it, and that's where I think the gas was coming from. But anyway, this guy comes over and says, we've got to rescue the people in that building. And I said, let's go. Remember the thing about crying that Janet, just talked. And in that moment, you're not thinking about yourself. It's weird, man. You just go, outside of your body. And me and these guys, we run across the street. We go into this apartment building. We're kicking down doors where everything was stuck. The building was sideways, huge. And it was, just imagine that, I don't know, 30, 40 apartments. And it was so all the doors are jammed, and you can hear people in there yelling, So we're in there, we're kicking down. We get these people out, we get them across the street, and we're standing there. And this guy is yelling at me for smoking this cigarette with the gas burning. Meanwhile, as we're doing that, this building's burning across the street. This is falling. We're all standing there in the dark. This 2 fire trucks come rolling by, and the guy yelling at me for the cigarette runs out in the street, and he's waving at the fire trucks to stop. And he's yelling, there's a gas leak. There's a gas leak. And I'm on All That I Love. He almost got run down.
Oh,
yeah. They just, what? And he jumped out of the way, and they were gone. They drove away from the fire that was right next to us, right? And that surreal moment, rescuing people out of the building, the flames, the smell of gas in the air, me chain smoking, lighting another cigarette, and the fire trucks almost ran this guy down. If he hadn't have jumped out of the way, they would have run him over. Yeah. And that's, and it's just, and through all of that, this is the crazy part. This seems worse to me.
Mm-hmm.
What we're going through right now, it just seems, I don't know, the trauma just seems so much worse. And I don't know why that is, how it's affecting me like it is. And I'm sure you guys are going through the same thing. Did you realize how much empathy you had inside of you? You probably didn't, did you?
Well, it happens. I get a little bit too much sometimes about things in the older world, the war. And because the thing is, I work with refugees some of the time. So I hear about all kinds of stories, and I get, I feel it strongly. So I try to work with that a lot, and have good people advising me and helping me with that.
Kristine, how do you deal with your empathy?
I cry for reasons that don't make sense, like commercials or, just dumb things that dead bees,
Yeah.
Dead bees will crush you. Yeah.
That will crush my heart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I kind of misplace it. I do something else with it. That's how I feel.
Yeah, somebody just said smoking a cigarette won't set off a gas leak. Lighting one would. Yeah, okay. Well, see, that's what I told them.
Yeah.
That's a comment here. Here, I'll just pause. That's actually pretty funny. Yeah, that's what I should have said to that guy. Dude, it's not smoking that's gonna blow you up. It's lighting another one.
Yeah.
Look them up.
I think one of the things is that it makes it more difficult is that we would like to, I want to go and fix it. I want to go do something. And we feel helpless. And I think that's part of what makes us feel so bad. There's nothing we can go do. We need to let the responders work. And I can't even drive there to see a friend because I don't want to be another car on the road. And I think, we can't do anything. And that's what makes us more concerned and upset about it. Although my son's doing something.
What put me in panic mode? What put me in I mean, like hyperventilating was that traffic jam at the Palisades.
Oh, yes.
Could you imagine being in one of those cars and your choice is to get out and run? What? How do you deal with that?
Right.
And just think about that for a second. That just talk about anxiety. That gets me so anxious. Kristine, when you saw that traffic jam in the Palisades and all those abandoned cars, what went through your mind?
Yeah, exactly what you're saying. It's terrifying because you just get the notice. You get as fast as you can. You get in the car and it's still not fast enough. That's terrifying. That's terrifying. And like the Hollywood Hills one that just happened, that traffic jam, because everybody was evacuated at the same time, and then everyone is just sitting in their car. Luckily, that was okay because they were able to control that fire faster. But that's terrifying. And Los Angeles has a lot of people and a lot of cars. And the idea that we'd all have to get on the road at the same time, that freaks me out. Oh my gosh, wait, this is the most, this broke my heart.
Oh,
I have a friend that does Uber sometimes, and she was getting notifications when people were having to evacuate out of Hollywood. She was getting notifications to, if you go there now, you'll get extra money or whatever, which means that people needed Ubers to evacuate. And that,
Yeah.
I almost couldn't, and it's true. We live in a city where a lot of people do just use Uber now. And
Yeah, they don't have cars. Yeah, yeah.
exactly. And what are those people? I don't, it's that the whole thing is, I may cry during the show. Sorry.
Well, you know, I've thought about that so much when you talk to, I've seen interviews over, this goes back, you know, decades and decades, when you'll see an interview or a conversation with somebody from New York. And, you know, so what kind of car do you drive? No, I don't own a car.
Right.
Well, why would I own a car? I live in New York. I walk or I take a cab. But what if, you know, what if the shit goes down? And think about that. And I, you know, okay, I love walking around New York. There's nothing better than that. Window shopping in New York. I can walk for 50 blocks in New York and not get tired. Okay, it's fun, man. It's fun. But I need the comfort. I need the relaxation of knowing I got a way out if I need it.
Yeah.
You know, I got a way out. It reminds me of, have you guys seen Only Murders in the Building?
Oh, I love that. I love that. Yes, one of my
best show ever. Yeah, best show ever.
It reminds me so much of New York. I did live in New York for a while.
So well done. So well done. But there's in the last season, they needed to go and see either Steve Martin or Martin Short's brother that lived like in Staten Island or something.
Yes.
And they go, how are we going to do it? And Steve Martin goes, I have a car. And they go, you have a car? He had this old beat down, like 1970 Fiat, you know, some crazy car, and watch it because they don't drive. And they didn't even know if the car ran. And he's driving this car, you know, but that's exactly what it is in Manhattan. Nobody has a car. But what if, and like Kristine just said, you know, Uber being dispatched for a fire evacuation. They gave that notice out. Did you guys catch that? That Uber would ride, you could ride free from an evacuation zone.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
And
it said use code evacuate 25 or something. I was like, what? But yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking about the pets, because you have to carry your pets too. And if you have to run out of the car, you might have 2 boxes with cats or more for people.
Right?
So,
plus,
more about that.
You know, I have my pet mountain lion.
Yes, of course.
You know, so I've got to get that into the back of an Uber, a Nissan Sentra or whatever they're going to send them out.
That's your emotional support mountain lion, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, I have to get an extra seat on an airplane. Yeah, for her. And but she's got her support vest.
Oh, that's so cute.
Kristine's like, I didn't know about this. Jimmy, I didn't sign up. I didn't sign up for mountain lion.
I don't know. Are you kidding me? I will be there tonight to see your mountain lion.
You've got my address. So I have been saying for the last 6 months, and I say it without jest, but this may be the biggest and best Conscious Life Expo ever. And that's pretty high praise considering what we have done in the past, right? And we're always trying to outdo the previous year. But this year feels that way. Serena, I'm going to come to you in a second. Kristine, does this feel like the biggest and best yet?
Yes, it definitely does. There's a lot of energy behind it. Like you're saying, it's like, it feels really energetically exciting. So it feels like it's going to be the best ever. I mean, that's kind of what I keep telling everybody. It's like, there's a push behind it. It's a need for it. And, I'm we had a meeting earlier in the week, the whole team, and I was kind of like effusively excited about the show. And I didn't even have a particular reason. I just feel so much excitement and so much joy going into the show. So I know we're like at a stumbling point in LA right now, but I don't think that's going to have any effect on the show. We're still a month out. I think that people are really going to be needing that community, and just wanting to come together and sort of, hold hands and just, come into that love fest. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, if I've ever needed a CLE, it's this one for sure. Serena, does this feel like the biggest and best yet to you?
Yes, it does, because there's so much going on, so many events, so many speakers, so many booths, that I don't even know everything that's going on, because I do mostly the UFO and ancient secrets and some other things, and there's great things that I want to see if I can, but I don't know if I'll have time. But yeah, it's great. It's like a whole city that you can choose where to go, what to see at any time, and there's going to be something great going on. And the feel and the energy is always very positive. And I feel that it'll be very healing after what's been happening. The expo is perfect timing for recovery and healing.
I'm going to stay with you, Serena, if I may. You have been a producer and working with the show forever. And to ask you, what is your highlight for the weekend? I don't want a political answer out of you, like, it's all great, because you're such a nice person. But for you, besides my events,
right?
What's a highlight for you? What are you looking forward to?
I produce your events, so they're my events too. But I would say, Skinwalker Ranch. That's really special. It's the first time we've had Skinwalker Ranch. And it's a whole morning on Saturday, and it'll be so interesting. People will hear things that they didn't know, and things that happened to the team that you don't see on television, and and get to meet them and chat with them as well and ask questions. So that's going to be a wonderful experience, because I know so many people just love watching that show, seeing what they're discovering. And I used to hear, probably a lot of other people, maybe my age, used to hear about Skinwalker Ranch in the late 80s and the first Whole Life Expos. And one person, he had some photos. I can't remember which researcher it was. And he had some photos from there that I don't know how he got hold of them. But there was another dimension in the middle of the photo. And he said this person who took the photos wasn't somewhere else. It didn't leak onto the picture. There's another dimension inside the photo. You can see the ranch, then you see somewhere else. I thought, that's incredible. I want to go. And then you didn't hear anything. And now it's all being opened up for the people. So it's very exciting. Another thing is the fact that we have Brian Forrester with us. And you've been to Peru, and you're going to Peru again with him. And I'm so interested in the artifacts there, the elongated skull people. He's going to talk about all those things. He's doing a workshop on Saturday, and then he's doing a post-con. So there's a couple of new things that we have.
The Brian, you're right about that. The Brian Forrester parts, when I, last year, okay, really quick. I want everybody to know that we have a team at Conscious Life Expo, and we're friends and we're family, and we work really hard at this. And it's all of it starts a year in advance. And so last year, Serena contacts me and she says, what about Brian Forrester? You guys are friends. And I said, I'll do this right now, Serena. And so I sent Kristine, this is crazy how this happened. I write Brian, right? I copy Serena, but I said, would love to have you. And he writes back, let's go. I had thought that he was not only done the conference before, but that him and I hung out at the conference. And so I get back. Yeah. So I get down to Peru, and he goes, man, it's going to be great. Conscious Life Expo. Now, Serena had said to me, now, when you're down there, think about making a commercial, right? A video with Brian. And I go, who? She goes, Brian Forrester. I said, okay, why? For Conscious Life Expo. I forgot that I sent him the email, right? And so I'm not making any of this up. So I get down
I remember
there.
that.
Yeah. So I get down there, and I tried to play it off with Serena. I was like, oh yeah, Brian. And meanwhile, I'm on my phone going, shit, what am I saying? Anyway, so I get down to Peru, and Brian comes up and reminds me about Conscious Life Expo. And he goes, don't you remember? No, he gets on the video and he says, when you wrote me last year and said, I was like, I wrote him? And I'm sitting there thinking, I forgot. That's how long we work on this show. This show is 1 year. It's back to back. There's all kinds of moving parts. And Brian Forrester being out now, that's the other. So I'm down there. And then he says on the live video, this is the first time I've been invited. And I'm so happy. And I'm thinking, what? What about that time we had dinner there? He goes, no, I've never. I was like, what? And so anyway, Brian Forrester, for the first time, is going to be at Conscious Life Expo. This is a big deal. And he's doing stuff all weekend long. He's got 4 events packed, and he is fired up about this. He is so excited. So for those at the this is a rare thing for Brian to leave Peru and come up here to the States. He only does this a couple of times that I remember. And
he could be staying with you right now.
I wouldn't remember it. If he's listening to this, I'm going to get my ass kicked.
I have a good story about him. Short story. A few months ago, I don't know, 5 months ago, I was met up with some friends, old work friends from years ago, nothing to do with the expo. And I brought postcards with me and, gave them out to everybody saying that, it's coming up in, a few months, you should come. And one of my friends, so she's like, oh, Brian Forrester's going to be there. She was so excited. She was like, oh my God, I watch all his videos. I've got to come see him. So yeah, people are very excited about him.
One of the, I'll share this and then we'll move on because I have the same question for you, Kristine. But how cool is this? I am able to be the person sitting in the front of the bus next to Brian, right? And we have a microphone and we trade it back and forth. And, talking to, all the tour people, but I am able to just sit there and listen to Brian talk about what we're driving past, his knowledge, right? It just comes out of him, in 4,000 years ago, when the indigenous tribes came over that hill, they came down to this settlement here and they built this fortress and we're driving past it on the bus. And the knowledge that is in this guy's head, it's insane. And he is really looking forward to unloading at the Conscious Life Expo. He's got Friday night, he's on our panel. Oh, did you like that, Christina? The way Serena, so nice, so polite. I love her to death. She goes, I'm the producer of your events. Love that. Love that. Yeah. Love that, Serena. You don't see that side of Serena too often, man. You don't see that. But he's giving a presentation. He's going to be at the Jimmy Church luncheon, right? The disclosure lunch. He's doing a post-con special event. He's speaking on Saturday, and he's on the panel on Friday. So everybody come to Conscious Life Expo. You'll be able to hang out with Brian 4 times. It's incredible. All right. We'll get back to the rest of the list. Kristine, what stands out for you this show?
What was that answer? Everything? Was that?
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
Yeah. Well, you know, we have some new people this year that I am very excited about, that totally new to the expo. So we have a gal named Megan Solarglow. She has a huge online presence, and she does she uses dowsing rods to basically channel information. But she's so sweet and so cool, and I'm so excited, and she's so excited, and I think people are going to love her. So she's on Sunday. She has a workshop on Sunday, so I'm really excited about her being there. You know, Elizabeth April, whom I just adore, she'll also be there on Sunday, and I love her to pieces. And I actually, you know, it's funny, I've found that when things are going on, I go to her Instagram channel to see what she's saying about it. I'm like, what's Elizabeth saying about the fires right now? I need to know what her perspective is. Like, I kind of now rely on her for, you know, that perspective of what's going on in the world. So yeah, so she'll have
her intelligence freaks me out.
I know.
I'm not intimidated by too many people. Elizabeth April, she keeps me in check.
Yes.
I'm being very serious. Megan's videos, I've been following her for a long time, and yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Sweetest? She's like,
she's amazing.
Yeah, I love
her.
Amazing.
She's amazing. And what else? What else stands out? That's
the other person that I'm really excited to see that I haven't seen in person before is Marie Diamond, who does feng shui. If I don't know if you follow her on Instagram, but she has like daily tips of like things to do that are simple yet make a huge difference. So she's going to be super cool, and she's going to have a booth there too. So I bet she's going to be like selling stuff, helpful stuff. So
would you have somebody like her over at your house? How do you deal with that? Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I would come and fix it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh man.
Yes.
Serena will be moving her furniture before she gets there. You know, oh, did you notice? Hold on. Kristine, can we throw Serena under the bus? Can we do that? Can we do that?
Oh, I don't know what you're saying.
So I want everybody to understand what I'm about to say. All right. So we have this wonderful dinner. By the way, Serena, the food was amazing this year.
Oh, delicious. Oh,
I mean, so good. I don't normally leave her house saying that. But anyway.
Actually, you do. You've done that.
I try to. I don't know how much of it's true. But anyway, the food was so good this year. Anyway, so we're at the front door and we're all leaving. It's Paul Hynek and Kristine, myself, and Q and so forth. Anyway, we're leaving. And I look and I see a secret room. Right, Kristine? Right? Yes. And I go, wait, what? And I kind of peek around the corner and I'm like, what's that? And she goes, well, I said, that's a secret room. I never noticed it before. And I almost felt weird looking in there. Like, I don't want any surprises. I don't want to see something. And so, but I'm looking, are you in the secret room right now, Serena?
I am, because I knew it.
I knew it.
I think she's there.
my main desk is way at the back next to a window, and I do practice feng shui because I look outwards. I don't face the wall. I look outwards to the room, which is a power position in feng shui. So, and it's also in the corner that brings abundance. So
the
there's
secret room. Yeah. I'm not believing anything Serena's saying right now.
And I have storage.
So wait a minute. I got to throw Doug under the bus too. So, and Kristine is my witness, right? I go, what's going on in there? And Doug looked down to the ground. Doug was like, I was like, oh, it's a secret room, man.
Might not be your business.
Well, yeah. Doug was like, man, he found it. He found it. Oh,
Douglas has his own secret room. He has an art studio on the other side.
He does. Yeah. Okay, good. I'm learning way too much. Look at Kristine's red. Yeah. It happened, though. It really happened. It happened. I'm not making this up. Okay, so
I was there. I'm your witness.
Yeah. Oh man. See, look, this is what friends do, everybody. We're just getting together and talking. Now, for me, I'm gonna go public with this. I was surprised to see this. We don't have one, but we have two Bashar.
Yes, I was just going to say that. Exactly.
That's a big deal, man. That's a big deal.
Huge deal.
We sold out on one, and he's agreed to do an extra day, just like a rock show, extra day added. So
cool. So, now for me also, I'm introducing Elizabeth April, and I'm like nervous about that. I'm not like, and as everybody knows, I've been hosting this for so many years, and I'm able to, it's an honor and a humbling experience for me to go and introduce these very important, people that are not only icons in my eyes for me, but are so important to the community, right? And I'm able to, and I don't give a shit. We're all friends. I'm not no. Elizabeth April, I'm freaked out. I'm like nervous, man. I'm like nervous. I've introduced everybody. I'm nervous about Elizabeth April, man. I've got that kind of respect. She's just so, but not one, but two Bashars. Yeah, that's a big deal. Yeah.
It's a huge deal because we are right one, and people get so sad when we sell out, which we do sell out. So the fact that Serena was able to pull it off and get a second night is big kudos to you, Serena. Good job.
He used to do that, and not Daryl Anchor, and then for a while he hasn't been able to. But they said yes, so we're really happy about that.
So cool. It is so crazy for me every year, because I do so many events with Daryl, right? And so standing off to the side, because it's always packed, it's pretty intense. It's exciting, right? It's like you're saying, it's a rock show. And but I'm standing there with Daryl. He gives me the nod, and then he's ready, right? And then I walk out on, and you can feel the vibe in that room, man. It's one of, I'm telling you, for a job, it doesn't suck, and to feel, and so to give back to the community and not do one, but to do two Bashars is going to be an amazing thing. Conscious Life Expo 2025, amazing. So I think that's a highlight for me. But also I got to go with Serena on this. Skinwalker Ranch.
That's going to be so cool.
Yeah.
That is where disclosure is happening. That is actual disclosure in front of our eyes on the TV every week. Like, that's cool.
So Christina, I keep saying Christina, and there is no Christina here. I don't know. Anyway, Serena, that's what it is. It's Christina and Serena combined.
Yeah.
Okay, so Serena, she calls me and she says, so I'm putting together, I want to do a Skinwalker special event. And I want this, and I want this, and I need you, and I've got this vision, and I swear, Kristine, on all that I love, I'm like, good luck. Good luck. Because, and that's what Serena does. She swings for the fences.
Yeah.
all the time, and she will not. And she's the producer. But Serena, you pull this off. This is a big one. This is a big deal.
Yeah, it's a huge deal. It's a huge deal.
Serena, so describe to everybody what we are doing for the Skinwalker event.
Yes, Skinwalker event. So that's on Saturday morning, 9:30, and we have 3 of the team with us. And we're going to, first of all, they're going to show some, video and slides and talk images and talk about their experiences. And well, I don't know all of what they're going to show yet. Thomas is putting that together. Thomas Winterton, he's putting it together, and so he's going to make it very exciting. He's already, got a lot of ideas, and it'll be things you haven't all seen before. And the things we have seen will go even deeper on them. So he'll do that presentation. They'll all talk about the various aspects of it. And then we'll do, of course, questions and answers. So that's when you come in.
It's a 3-hour event, which is also for Conscious Life Expo. That's a pretty rare thing. 3 hours. This is an event. Yeah,
I think is it 3 hours or 2.5? I can't remember.
You're the producer.
It's 9 to 11:30. It's 9 a.m. Starts at 9 a.m. Goes.
I thought it was 3. I thought it was 3 hours.
2.5. Because
2.5.
We have George Norrie starting at noon.
Yeah, because that is followed by George Norrie's, forum. But yeah, it's a great morning, and so everyone can ask questions as well. And so bring your questions if you're coming. Things you wanted to know about Skinwalker Ranch, and of course, once you see the presentation, you'll probably have more, everyone. So, and then Jimmy will be fielding those questions, and we'll just learn more about what's going on there.
That is so cool for an attendee to be able to sit down with that group.
Yes.
That everybody's fascinated with the show. I am, right? And to be able to listen to the personal experiences. We're going to do some individual presentations from everybody. We've got Dragon, man. We've got Brian. I mean, so anyway, and then to turn around, who gets this kind of opportunity to turn around and be able to ask questions from the team? It's one thing to see it on TV. That's one thing. But to be able to do that, this is very cool. And again, I'm going to wear this out, but it's an honor that that I'm able to. Somebody pinch me, right? this is crazy.
And they're such nice people. They're so nice. We went to Vernal and met them to the conference in Vernal, and they're really great.
Vernal was amazing.
Oh yeah.
We had such a fun time. That was really fun.
So beautiful. Okay, let's take a break. Let's get that in so we can watch our Conscious Life Expo commercial. It's going to run right now. Our guests tonight, Kristine, Augustyn, Serena Wright Taylor. I am your host, Jimmy Church. This is Fade to Black. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get your alerts and access to over 2,000 videos. Click that subscribe button right now. Go to jimmychurchradio.com and get the Fade to Black official podcast. 2,000 episodes, all of them commercial free for just $2 a month. Watch Into the Vortex on Gaia TV. It's Fade to Black for the screen. Simple to do. Go to Gaia.com, search Jimmy Church, or click on the link below. Follow Fade to Black on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Get all of the show updates every single day. It's now called X, but who cares? How you doing? Jimmy Church here. Special announcement. Get your Fade to Black t-shirts. That's right. Help support the show. Help support everything that we do over here. We've got 2 t-shirts. We've got 2 ways to get them. Get your Fade to Black t-shirt today. Go Backley Tappy. Go to jimmychurchradio.com and become a Fadernaut. Get a membership. That's right. Everything is commercial free. You have access to downloads, and you get to call yourself a Fadernaut. Today we're headed to Bolivia, Tiwanaku, Peru, and of course, Pumapunku. Brian, exciting. Thank you so much for everything, my friend.
Always an honor. Right behind us is the sacred river of the Inca that goes past Machu Picchu. So we're going to be driving up to its source at 15,000 feet above sea level and then down to Lake Titicaca.
So today we hit 15,000 feet.
Yes.
Crazy. And you can do it with us. All you have to do is go to hiddenincatours.com. Simple. We've got 2 tours coming up next year, one in June for the summer solstice, right? And then another one right here in November. So hiddenincatours.com. Come and hang out with Brian and I and his amazing team.
Right on.
River Moon Coffee, makers of the Fade to Black blend. Truly the best coffee on planet Earth. Just visit rivermoonwellness.com or their Amazon store. It's all simple to do. You can check out the Fade to Black blend, the Game Changer blend, or any of their Black Moon Wellness products. It's the only coffee I drink. It is the best, and it's Doc. Again, rivermoonwellness.com. All right. Welcome back. Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight is our annual, we do this every single year, our annual Conscious Life Expo preview special event. Serena Wright Taylor, Kristine, Augustyn are with us. Not only 2 of the producers of the event, but I'm just going to say it, they're both the boss. And, and that's the thing. I got to be on my best behavior with you two. That's
Since when?
I got to be on my best behavior. I just put up in the chat, I said, Kristine, and I really mean this, everybody. I said, Kristine and Serena are 2 of my favorite people on planet Earth. It's so cool to have close friends on the show. And I hope that people see that not only that we work together, Serena's a guest on the show all the time. So are you, Kristine, but we are friends and we are family. And we work really, really hard on the Conscious Life Expo, and every year, I think it brings us closer together as friends because of the stress of those. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. And we hear from Q every single year. We get done. We wrap, right? And we're like, Q's like, no, man, we start work again tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it's really true. A couple of weeks after the event is over, we're already talking and meetings and everything else. And it's another year of work and planning and putting this thing together. But we are friends and family. I want everybody to understand and feel the vibe that the 3 of us are projecting out there tonight. There's a whole crew of people that are not here. Yes. Gina and Shima, Michael, Q. It's just a huge, it goes on and on, right? Matt, oh my God.
Yes.
And
Chris.
Chris.
Yeah.
My man. My man, you know what though? I say it every year to everybody as I walk around. I'll go up to these individuals and go, man, the show couldn't be done, without you. And I mean it, but I really mean it with Chris.
Right.
That dude has saved the show. Maybe we should plug this in,
Yeah.
Good Lord. Oh man. So anyway,
I feel like that literally happened. I feel like
I'm not making shit up.
Yeah.
I'm not. Oh man, I remember one year. Okay, we're going to move on, but I remember one year. This might have been last year, year before. It was packed, and we needed to get. I think it was Bashar. It was Bashar, and we had to move. We remember we had to expand the room and install like another 300 chairs. Remember that? Yeah. So Serena and Kristine and I and Q. I'm not kidding. We are moving chairs, right? And you remember that? And we had, so anyway, we had to get Daryl into the room. And I'm on the other side of the conference center, and Daryl wanted a specific chair. So I went with Daryl. You guys remember? And Daryl's testing chairs. God, it was so funny. And I'm like, dude, we are on stage in 15 minutes. Yeah, but this chair. And I'm like, dude. And I called Chris. I go, dude, I don't know where we're at. Where are you? We're blah, 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 blah. He goes, okay, I'm coming to you. He came and found us and took us in these back secret hallways.
Yeah, I know about those. Yeah.
It was the craziest thing.
I know, he's a genius with that.
He's a genius. He walks up. It's just a door. It's just a door.
Right.
It's got no markings on it. He goes, okay, man. Pop, pop. Opens the door. I'm like, what kind of Batman, Bat cave? What the hell?
Yeah.
And we're walking. It was like Spinal Tap, right? So anyway, takes us through. And we come up to the store and he goes, okay, you guys are ready? And I go, yeah. And I got this stupid chair, man. So, and Bip opens the door. We're in the backstage. That's Chris. That's Chris.
That is totally.
That he is the glue, for sure. Yeah. I know he's listening and laughing right now. To him, it's nothing. It's just like another day. Okay, so we have all these amazing events. We have mentioned Bashar. We've got the George Norrie Forum, which is a centerpiece for the Conscious Life Expo every single year. We just talked about Skinwalker Ranch, but I want to, Kristine, I want to talk about the Seance with Susan Slaughter.
Oh yeah,
this is a really big deal, and it's turned into an event. So tell us about that.
Well, so this year, because it's so popular, we usually just do it 2 nights. This year, we're doing it all 3 nights: Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. It's a very private event up in a suite. And it's a limit to how many people. So only 16 people get to be a part of this each night. She has a round table, and you can sit at the table. 6 people can sit at the table, and then 10 people can be in the audience. So it's a very private event, and it's amazing. Susan Slaughter, if you don't know her, she's been ghost hunting and in the paranormal world forever, on a bunch of different TV shows.
Ghost Hunters International, all that stuff. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, and I have been ghost hunting with her at the Conjuring House. I'm sure I told you that, but that's a big thing.
Yes, that's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
You were there. Was that the one that I was hosting with her?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. See, this is just like that Brian Forrester story.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that happened. Exactly. Oh, yeah. No, I remember that now. Yeah, I remember that. Anyway,
it's a really cool event where she uses sound and technology, and she brings the whole group into it, and then you ask questions, and it's an intense, cool, intimate experience that I highly recommend, because you get drawn into it, and it's really cool, especially since it's just a very small group of people. So yeah, so we're doing those Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights, 7 p.m.
Now I'm going to stay with you, Kristine, if I may. I didn't say Christina. God,
No, good job.
For the first time at Conscious Life Expo, and I'm very excited about this, we've got a comedy show.
Yeah,
We've got a comedy show. Brent Pella is going to be there. Tell us about that. Is he okay? Now, I like to make fun of aliens, abductions, sightings. I think it's funny. And some people laugh at my jokes. Some people take this shit way too serious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to tell alien jokes? And you know what? Do we have to tell people to relax and just enjoy the moment?
Well, I mean, he goes by, people call him the conscious comic or consciousness comic, one of those, because he kind of takes our world. I mean, he's a believer, so he's in it in his own personal way, but he also understands that we all need to poke fun at everything, so that we all don't take ourselves too seriously. So he's a gem. I mean, his alien comedy routines are hilarious. I don't know, you can watch them.
No, I've checked him out. And
so funny.
It's one thing to laugh about it outside of our community in his videos, because people laugh at us all the time, right? That's all they do.
He's doing that though. He's laughing at us from the inside.
But that's what I'm saying. Inside the community is a different thing. And so I'm hoping that everybody, loosen up a little bit. I used to get so much crap for cracking jokes on stage, and now people know who I am. They don't, it's whatever. But in the beginning, people were just taking themselves way too serious, and just like, you can't joke about this. What do you mean? Yeah, you can.
You have.
And, the TV show People of Earth, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I am so happy that show came out, and Resident Alien too, as well. Another great show.
Yes, that's another good one.
But this community needed People of Earth. There was the people that wrote People of Earth. I guarantee you, those writers went to the Conscious Life Expo.
Yeah,
I guarantee it. They did one episode where they went to this alien convention, right? Yeah. And it was one of the best episodes ever. And I'm laughing at it because it was us, like, for real.
Yeah.
When somebody comes up and goes, "Hey man, did you see the Starseed booth?" I was like, you know what I mean? And so that's why I'm so glad that Brent is there. Yeah. And we need this. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Totally agree.
Yeah. Especially at this time, we need it.
So Serena.
Yeah.
Are you going to go to Brent's stand-up show and have a couple of shots with me and loosen up?
Oh, I don't think I'll need the shots, but I will go if I can for a while. But the next morning is my UFO panel, so I have to be all ready for that.
Kristine, one of these days, I'm going to get Serena drunk, and it is going to be the best time ever.
Well,
I'm serious.
I don't know. I think Douglas will thinks I'm always like that. I'm always.
I got tears, man. I got tears.
I walk around the house looking for my, my earpieces for my phone, or my phone, and it's in my hand all the time. That's.
I mean, one of these days, Doug and Kristine are going to walk in, and they're going to catch Serena doing a shot of chilled tequila.
Why was I thinking peach schnapps? I just thought it was going to
be champagne. No, we're gonna do this.
I like champagne.
She's
I
gonna
know.
be licking
I've had
salt
champagne.
off of her hand. Yeah.
I've had champagne with Serena.
Yeah, champagne. I like. That's Linda Moulton Howe got me onto champagne, and I really only like champagne. Oh, talking about Linda, I've been
Yes.
on the phone to her for a couple of days. She has got so much new information and great things that she's bringing to the expo, and we're so happy that she still travels to see us. She hasn't been able to do a lot of things lately, but I'm so glad. She's doing so much research, and she just finished her vacation with her daughter, and she's back with all kinds of information, and we're talking about all the things she's going to do. So there'll be a lot of surprises, both at a Saturday event and at a post-con event. So we'll have some more disclosure of things that she's found out.
Is she on my panel again this year on Friday night?
Yes, absolutely. She's on your panel. Yes. And on mine.
She's
Now-
And on Nori.
amazing woman. Like
I was just going to bring that up, Kristine.
Yeah.
Every year we celebrate her birthday, right? And
Yes.
and we do that, and this is the reaction. These are the comments that everybody has about Linda, and it's legit and it's real. Everybody thinks the same thing. They think like three thoughts back to back. A, I hope I make it to that age. B, I hope I can walk when I get to that age. And C, I hope I can talk like her when I get to that age.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
and this is not crazy talk.
and
This
D,
is-
think the way she
Think.
thinks.
Oh,
at
the
age.
memory. Her memory is incredible.
She
Yeah.
is no joke. She
Yeah.
is no joke. Last 2 years ago, Ancient Aliens came in and did a special with her and taped it, right?
Yeah,
Was that
yes,
2 years?
last year they did
Was
it.
that-
Yeah.
Was,
Last
it wasn't
yeah,
the year
last year.
before?
No, it was last
I'm
year.
having another Brian Forrester moment. Are you sure? So anyway, Prometheus Entertainment.
Yes.
And so I introduced her for that and for the special, right? And you were there, Serena, and
Yeah.
it was amazing. But anyway, I went to the back with the producers of Ancient Aliens, and I was standing in the back, and I watched the entire presentation because after they wanted Linda and I to do a back and forth on stage, which is fine, right? This thing was 2 hours long. And I watched Linda for 2 hours. She did not muff a period, a comma, a syllable, a word, didn't say once, and gave one of the most amazing presentations, unscripted, ready to go, that I've ever seen in my life. And to take the age thing out of it, take anything, to remove all of that, it was one of the most dynamic, compelling things I had ever seen. And I have to now get up there, and we filmed for another, Serena, you were there. We filmed for another 45 minutes. You know,
Oh,
Linda,
yeah.
Linda and I on stage with all of those cameras, and she just
Mhm.
presented for 2 hours. And we
Yes.
continued for another. I was tired.
Yeah.
And I got, what excuse do I have? I don't. You know, and no,
Well,
she
yeah.
is amazing. She's
And
amazing.
she's like that. She comes and stays with us, and she liked just to watch a movie with us. And me and Douglas were really tired. We'd been out to dinner with Linda, and we'd been chatting, and then there was a movie, and so we're forcing ourselves not to fall asleep. But Linda's wide awake and commenting on it, you know.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, Linda's assistant from the UK is in the chat room.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ian, yeah.
Yeah, Ian,
Yeah.
Ian, I'm sorry. This is live radio. I don't mean to do that to you, my brother. But he just said Linda and I are looking forward to being at CLE
Yeah.
again this year. And Ian, it's good to see you in the chat room. But yeah, you know, and like I said, all of us think the same things. When you see Linda give a presentation and her energy, You just kick back and go, what have I done with my life? You know, what excuse do I have? I don't have one. She's amazing. Okay, so Linda's going to be presenting all weekend. She's got a post-con. She's with me on Friday night. I'll be introducing her on Saturday, I think, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And she's speaking on Saturday, and then she's doing post-con on Monday. She never, ever, ever stops. And her favorite thing, I'm going to say this right now, Ian, as my witness to this, and certainly the both of you, I think her favorite thing, speaking is good. She enjoys that, and she enjoys. You know what she really enjoys is hanging out with the attendees.
Yes, she's really looking forward to that. If she does, yeah.
She just wants to just meet people, hear people's experiences, and just go out there and mingle. And that's her favorite. And she's told me many times. I said, Linda, I need you over here. She said, no, I'm going to go hang out with them. Linda. But that's her favorite thing. It's her favorite thing. All right.
That's one of the cool things about the expo, though, is that all of our speakers, they all want to go and see each other. So they are always walking, figuring out how to get to the next place. So you can always see them wandering all throughout the expo. We don't really have a lot of private rooms or green rooms. They hang out where we hang out. Like everybody hangs out. So you have a great chance of saying hi to those people that you want to see.
I'm so blessed that you guys gave me a private green room. I bitched about that. I want grapes. I want. Speaking of that, just really quick, because I've got other stuff I want to make sure we squeeze in tonight. But speaking of just that, is we have one of the favorite things for the speakers is the speakers reception and award ceremony. And we do this, all the speakers are there. It's our opportunity to go in, hit the bar, and just go and that's where everybody at the conference can just go in and go interrupt a conversation. Right? You can just walk up and go, I'm from Topeka, and I've always wanted, and it's one of the coolest things for the entire weekend that we do. Yeah. And this is Friday night.
8:30, free for everybody that comes to the expo that day. Just come and see our speakers, meet them, see who gets awards this year. That's always very exciting. We also give out the book awards at the same ceremony. So
who hosts this shindig?
Someone named Jimmy Church.
And it I am not in any way being egoed out. This is one of the most friggin' cool things that I do every weekend, every conference at the Conscious Life Expo, where I'm able to just hang loose and just be myself with everybody else. That's all we're doing, is we're just hanging out, and then to turn around and do the awards and the book awards that are voted on by the public.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Awards are cool.
I can't believe. And you know what else? I get a pocket full of money to give out.
Oh no!
Yeah.
How cool is that? How cool!
And so amazing.
And
all the books they've
written.
One
last thing. Have you seen, Kristine, my assistant for the awards, my Vanna White that hands me the awards?
I might have an idea who it is.
I got my own Vanna White.
Yeah, you do.
I got my own Vanna White. But this is what it's like, though, that we get to put this event on. I've got Serena right there, who's on stage with me tonight. Here we are tonight, but that's what we are, right? Serena's there. Kristine is giving me the envelopes of money, right? And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just amazing that we can do that. Now, I want to talk about something that's very important. Q has been talking about this for years. We put it together. We are doing a plant medicine symposium this year. This is a big deal. It's not only a hot topic, but it's a hot topic because it's what the community and the world is now focusing on. Kristine, what's going on with this?
So this is a Monday event, and I think it's 3 or 4 hours on Monday, and we have 12 different speakers coming in to speak about plant medicine from every aspect. So it's what it is, how it's made, what it does, who's doing it, where did it come from, the history, like everything you can think of to kind of understand the evolution of it. And why at this point in time it's so important. And we have a ton of different speakers that can speak on the subject. And Paul Caracas will be sort of moderating us through the whole day. And it's going to be amazing. And if you ever had any questions about any aspect of it, it's probably going to be answered there. And if it's not answered specifically, somebody there will be able to answer it when you ask them the question. So it's going to be an incredible event that is so important right now. It's so popular right now. It's so big. It's getting bigger. And I think it's so important. So it's cool.
And people need answers. People have questions. People need answers.
Exactly.
People need answers. You know, Q, and I'm 61 years old. Okay. I should be an adult by now. Q is my dad. I can't get away from that. You know what I mean? I can't. And so I feel if he said, Jimmy, you're grounded, I'd be okay. All right. Okay. When can I come out of my room, Dad? Never. Okay. All right. I'm like that with Q. And so here we are, we're having dinner. And I say that with the utmost of respect. I love him, but he's somebody that has got that, he's my dad. Right. So anyway, we're having dinner last week, everybody. And Q, who is my dad, who intimidates the crap out of me, but I love him to death. I love him, but he goes, so Jimmy, you did DMT? Tell me about it. I'm sitting on the couch next to Kristine, and I feel like I'm talking to the dean of my high school. I'm like, tell you what do you want tonight? I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I don't know what you heard.
and to hear him go, this is such an important subject. I need to know about your experiences. And I've been going to all of these things, and I've been studying in this and all this reason. I'm like, Dad? Did you fall and bump your head? But this is Q's event. And this is something that is so important to him. And he wanted to make sure that this was the absolute very best. And this is, it's a first time. And this is a really big deal for the people that put this event on. Yes. And I just want to say that. And when he came at me, I was like, wow. I mean, and he's really informed. He's really informed on the subject.
Yeah.
Serena called me up. She called me up. She goes, Jimmy, this plant medicine thing is going to be a big deal. I'm like, I'm not comfortable talking to you about this. I'm not really comfortable right now. But yeah, this is a really big deal for the Conscious Life Expo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I love that in our theme, in our pictures, there's a jungle. It, like a beautiful rainforest or something where all these healing plants come from. And it's in our logo this year.
Check this out. Somebody just posted, Q grounds Jimmy for doing DMT. Man, I'm telling you, man, I'm 61 and I'm intimidated. I'm just freaking. I'm just like, man, wow. Okay. So, moving on, let's get some more stuff in here really quick. We've got an astrology roundtable. Serena, this is a big deal, not only for you, but your community of astrologers.
Yeah, actually, this is going to be tropical astrology. And I'm a Vedic astrologer. And we don't want to.
What's tropical?
Oh, tropical is the what people call regular astrology.
Is it the opposite of Vedic? I love Kristine.
No,
I get to mess with Serena right now. I don't know what you're talking.
It's not the opposite. It's just that I'm so busy that I don't want to take part in that panel because I'm so busy doing all the other producing. But it's always great. It's always very popular. And the thing is that all astrology works. Tropical astrology or Western astrology, people call it, or regular. It is absolutely, it works. And so does Vedic. And we just have different ways of getting there because there's 23 degrees difference between the two. And us Vedic astrologers, we're the same as astronomy. So it's good not to confuse them or to confuse your chart. You know, if someone's done their chart with me and then you go and do a tropical chart with someone else, then keep, your Western with your Western explanation and the Vedic with the Vedic explanation. I'll tell you something great that's going to happen this year in Vedic astrology. Can I tell everyone that now?
It's your show. I'm just I'm just here for the ride.
I'll just tell this. There's a wonderful time between, and this time is going to be between the end of January to the end of May. Venus is going to be an exaltation in Vedic astrology and in the sky because it's in Pisces, exalted. And so what's really going to happen is that people with Vedic water signs, so if someone's had a reading done with me or another Vedic astrologer, you'll know if you're a Vedic water sign or a moon water sign or an ascendant water sign, because it's going to be aspecting those planets and special things are going to happen to those people, really good things, and they really deserve it because they're the most sensitive people who have water signs. Vedic water signs. If you don't know if you do or not, they can have a reading with me and find out. But it's really a good thing that I'm looking forward to in the middle of all the other stuff that's going on. We can look forward to an exalted Venus. And the thing is, exalted Venus is like, it's not just, it's romantic love and love. We think about those things and creativity, but it's the highest frequency of love. It's like universal love. And it'll bring an energy of that for that time. Even when it's retrograde, it's still going to be good. So,
do you ever read Doug's charts and see something
all the time,
and then not talk to him for like a month?
No, all the time. I do. And shall I tell a little story or not?
Nope, we don't have time. We don't have time for a Doug story. You know what, Kristine? They are so much in love.
I know.
All I can do, I know. The only thing I can do that makes me feel good is just talk shit about it. It's true.
Yeah,
it's true. It's true. It's true. I mean, those two, wow. They're truly in love.
Well, he really puts up with me,
I can imagine. Doug's like, why are you sleeping on that edge of the bed? She's like, I read your chart this morning. Stay over there. I don't know if I could be married to an astrologer. I couldn't. Turn left here. Why? You know what I mean? It's just like, hey, okay, Serena, I'm making light of all of this. But did you see anything in the stars about the last 3 days? Were there any warning signs for you? Now it's easy to look back and go, yes.
Oh no,
but I'm saying last week, did you make mental note and did you see this coming?
It's to do. I didn't see where, because that takes. If we could see where things were going to be happening, we would have to look at like all the countries, all the so many things. But we just knew, all astrologers, I think, Western tropical, Western Vedic, we all know that Mars is retrograde, and it's opposite Pluto. It's just moving a little back from that, and it's causing havoc. It's really difficult. And so a lot of the things you notice, actually before that, there was plane crashes. There was, I know there's always problems, but there was extra problems for a few weeks. And before it happened at the first week of November. So there was other things going on then. But yeah, it's a tumultuous kind of time. But there's better things coming. But yeah, it's we didn't know where, but we all saw things going on. Everyone, all astrologers.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Just to lighten it up, that thing you said about universal love, that sounds good for everyone.
Yeah, we really need that. Yeah, and it's going to be extra strong from the end of January to the end of May, to tune into higher frequencies and to be more loving and caring.
Expo.
Yeah. And Cancer moons, that they'll be benefiting. They're really getting it because Mars has been going over Cancer moons, and they're the most sensitive people. So
now,
I'm glad.
In the time that we have left, Serena, who has been producing my stuff for a very, very, very long time, she puts a lot of effort into this, but she's also very creative. And a few years ago, maybe 4 years ago, she came to me with this idea for the disclosure lunch, which is now it's turned into this thing, and it's great. It's a lot of fun, but is it sold out?
Nearly, isn't it, Kristine? Kristine sees, I think, about 3/4.
Yeah, it's nearly sold out.
Okay. So there are tickets left to this. But this is what we do. And I want, seriously, everybody out there, all of you Fadernauts, if you want to do something very unique over the weekend, the disclosure lunch is this event where we have a private dining room. We have tables that seat 10, maybe.
Yeah,
Kristine?
I think it's about
eight or
10 at each table. And then we have a speaker at each one of the tables. And Serena, our speaker list this year for this event is?
Oh, it's a good one.
Oh, it's great. Okay, I'm going to look. I have to look at the list. But I'm trying to get it. So there's Linda.
I'm going to beat
Linda.
you to it.
There's,
okay. Linda, Brian Forrester.
Yes.
Thomas Winterton from Skinwalker Ranch. Brian Dragon Arnold from Skinwalker Ranch. We've got Caleb Bench from Skinwalker Ranch. We've got Danny Sheehan.
Right.
We've got Paul Hynek. Stephen Bassett. He'll do anything for a free lunch. Dan Harray, and we've got Jason Quitt.
Yes. Well, you've got it. You've got the list. You didn't forget anyone.
That's the hot ticket. That is definitely the
Absolutely.
hot ticket.
So
incredible.
you have lunch. I'm hosting the event, but what I do as host, it's not what you think. I'm there to have fun. And so I walk around with a microphone and do my best to embarrass everybody there, to laugh, enjoy, and build a memory that'll last a lifetime. And it's fun, man. It's just a great event. So if we do have some tickets left, if you are going to the Conscious Life Expo, the disclosure lunch is one of those things that it is the hot ticket, but you want to make sure that you're in on that. I say it every year. Do not come up to me and ask me if you can get into the disclosure lunch, because the answer is no.
That definitely will sell out. And so we don't sell tickets day of. So you have to buy tickets ahead of time.
Yeah, it's in a secret, undisclosed location. and
happens
we do
every year.
discuss secrets, because you go around and sometimes you ask people what they can disclose that's secret,
Right,
that
right,
we
right.
haven't disclosed before.
You know,
Imagine sitting at a table with Danny Sheehan, the godfather of disclosure, and being able to talk to him and ask him your questions. I mean, it's really the coolest.
you know what I did last year? I think it was last year, maybe the year before. Maybe it was no, I might have done it 2 years in a row. But I stood up. Kristine, were you there last year?
I'm only there ahead of time. I can't even get a ticket.
Okay. You know what? You can sit with me. You can sit with me. You've got a juice card if you need to play it. Okay. So we've got, whatever, 200 people, right? Packed, 100, 150, 200, whatever it is. And I stand up there with a microphone and I go, okay, just really quick. I just need to make this announcement to everybody in here. And I'm tinking the glass, right? Ding, 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 ding. And everybody focuses and they look at me. I said, okay, I'm just going to let you know that in this room is an NSA agent. And I just left it right there. I just left it right there. To see everybody in this room at the same time look to their left and look to the right.
Yeah.
Oh shit! What? and I just left it right there. So, you remember that, Serena?
Yes, I love that. Yeah, we're all trying to guess who it is.
It was hilarious, man. It was the funnest thing ever. So I had people coming up to me later. So who was the agent? No. Were they really? Yeah, they were in here. Really, I think it was that lady over there.
Yeah,
Might have been.
It probably
it was crazy.
Honestly,
it was so much.
Was.
It was so much fun.
It'll be someone you don't expect. It'll be someone you just doesn't look like an agent.
It's not going to. It's not going to work this year. I've done the joke too many times.
Yeah. But maybe there really will be one. There really will be one.
The tension. The tension. Everybody in there was like eating like. Yeah, it was funny, man. It was so okay. I want to do this really quick. I'm gonna go through this list and I just want everybody to absorb what's going on. We can stop at any point, but yes, we've got Bashar, we've got Elizabeth April, Linda Moulton Howe, Lisa Garr is with us once again. Radio personality. Terry Garr, the niece of Terry Garr, who just recently left this earth. But Lisa is one of the hosts at Coast to Coast and one of my dear friends, and she's going to be there. Sarah Breskman Cosme. How can we do a show, a preview show of CLE and not bring up Sarah Breskman Cosme? But she's going to be there again this year.
I love her so much. She is the best. She is the best. She's the sweetest.
Yeah.
Eben Alexander.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just incredible to me to go through this. Caroline Corey back.
Yes.
Man, what a mover and shaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gail Thackeray. I just talked to her the other day, by the way. Gail, amazing. You know what? We've all watched Sydney grow up over the years. What an amazing woman she is these days. And you know what's funny for me to say this, because I'm a parent, but we all remember Sydney when she was this tall.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. I remember.
I talk to her on the phone now, or, whatever. She's a woman, so smart, and the lights are on. And we've all watched it just happen, right? It's just incredible. But Gail's going to be there. Wendy Kennedy is going to be there. Jason Shirka is back. Matt LaCroix. This is the who's who, right?
Yeah.
David Palmer.
Yeah.
Leo.
What- Susan Slaughter, of course. Paul Hynek is back. Daniel Brinkley, again, a cornerstone, one of the pillars of Conscious Life Expo.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys, you remember this is live radio. You can say something more than I'm just letting you know. Masadi.
Oh, I know. I think that's going to be a packed room. I think that's
Masadi.
really busy.
Absolutely incredible. Jerry Sargent is back.
Oh yeah, he's a popular man. He's doing a lot of good work.
Lori Spagna.
Yeah.
She's lovely.
One of my favorite people.
She wasn't able to make it last year, so we're super happy she's back this year.
1 year, this is probably 5 years ago. All right. I'm just going to say this, maybe 4 years ago. All right. And Kristine, don't get mad. Don't get jelly. Don't get jealous.
Already getting there.
I proposed to Lori Spagna like 5 times. She turned me down.
Aww.
5 times. Yeah. And it got to the point where I would look at her, she's like, no. I didn't even say anything. Dot. She was so funny. She's one of my favorite people. She's absolutely incredible. Karen Reese back.
Yeah, everyone loves her. Like her workshop is one of the favorites of the weekend for people.
She's so nice. She's so nice and so cool. Yeah,
she's super cool and spot on.
JJ and Desiree.
Yeah. Pillars. They're pillars.
Michael friggin' Cremo.
Yes. Fantastic. He's got a new book. And he's the original forbidden archaeologist.
Can you ever run out of questions for Michael Cremo? It's impossible, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't ever run out because we have the same background and we compare notes, when we get to a conference. And, it's funny because we both have spiritual names that we know each other by in temples. and his assistant, Laurie, does as well. So we were saying last time we were at a conference, we're going to not use those. We're going to use our regular names while we're here. Once I was on a radio show, it wasn't yours. He was following me. He was after me. And because I had my name Serena, he didn't recognize who I was. And when they said, oh, you know her, she lived in your temple. And he goes, oh, like that. And he didn't realize it was me because he knew me as a different name. But that's funny.
Mike Ricksecker.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he has so much knowledge at his fingertips. He's a good egg.
He's amazing. I do want to I want to take the time to mention a couple of people. One, Shima Moore, who I am serious. You know what? I bet you Shima back in the day was a lot of fun. That's all I'm going to say, because she's fun now. Can you imagine?
He does love to dance. He loves to dance at the late night dance parties that we have.
Could you imagine Shima in high school? Get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway, Alan Steinfeld, just again, a big part of the community, but I love that guy so much. He's amazing.
He is, and he does a lot for the expo. I mean, I know that, whenever I need anything, I'm like, Alan, can you do it? And he's like, yep, I'll do it. So he's a big part of what we do. Yeah.
Now, post-conference is a very busy schedule, and I want to just go through this with everybody. This is separate from the main event, which is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On Monday, we have Linda Moulton Howe, we have Dennis Sheehan, Brian Forrester, Sarah Breskman-Cosme. We have Bashar for a second night, Jason Quitt, Gail Thackeray, Marie Diamond, Sean Clayton, absolutely incredible. We have Clarice Chan. She's so cool too as well.
I love her so much. Yep.
Man. Okay, I'm just going to leave that.
Fun. She's super fun.
I'm going to leave that right there. You took the words right out of my mouth. Janita Mason, Lori Wheeler, also amazing. Wendy Kennedy, I cannot say enough about her.
I am so excited Wendy's doing our show this year. I love her. She is such she's great.
And now Deborah King is back, but also David Sereta at this year's expo.
Yeah.
This is a big deal. This is a big deal.
Yeah. Like the old days.
Yeah, he's been out for a while. He had some personal stuff, and now he is back, and he's got a big weekend with us at the expo. So it's going to be really great.
Going to be so cool to finally get a chance to hang out with him. Britt Elders, I'm still
isn't that incredible?
I mean, you know, I can go on and on. Deborah Giese and Debbie Dashinger. You know, again, these are people that are part of our community and a part of our family, but are all there not only speaking, but they've got jobs and introducing and everything else. Debbie's one of them. Britt Elders, who has been a part of this community, I'm going to say it, I don't want to embarrass her, over 50 years.
Yeah, I remember.
50 years. When I had her on Fade to Black, this is a couple of months ago, had her on Fade to Black, I was so drawn to her, how do I say this? Her ability to connect. She's got a way. It's her voice, it's her personality, it's how she delivers and everything. You just want to be her friend, and that's a rare quality in people. Britt Elders, absolutely incredible. I hope she's listening right now. But to be able to hang out with her this weekend. Now Vivian Chauvet, her husband Pete, these are just part of an amazing weekend. Where can everybody go and get tickets? I know that discounted tickets are no longer available, but what are the different ticket packages, Kristine?
So tickets are on sale now on the website, consciouslifeexpo.com. And we have all sorts of, you can go anywhere from a day pass, and the day passes will get you into all of the exhibit halls, all of the free lectures, all of the free workshops, like a ton of things. And then we also have a platinum pass, which will get you into everything. It gets you in all weekend to all of the free and the keynote lectures and workshops, and with a few exceptions. And then we have you can even get a diamond getaway, which is a hotel rooms, a platinum VIP pass, and all of the everything else. So the platinum VIP ticket gets you into, we have a VIP lounge, and we have a VIP healing center modalities going on. That's a whole thing. As well as happy hour 2 of the nights, which is very cool. And there'll be you can meet speakers that way. What else do we have, Serena? There's panel tickets. We didn't even talk about the panels. Panels that you can go to throughout the whole weekend. You can buy panel tickets. The great thing about our expo, I think, is that we try to keep the day tickets as low as we can, so that everybody can come and experience it. So we really kind of take pride in that you don't have to buy everything to buy one thing. You can buy a pass to come in for one day and still see so much. There's there's almost 200 speakers, right? Yeah.
And that's an insane.
300 exhibitors. Our exhibitors are incredible.
And you know what? I say this every year, and I am not joking about this. If you just get a day pass and walk around and just go to the exhibit hall and then just mingle, that's it. That's your weekend. That's the funnest time ever. Going into the exhibit hall and trying to get out of there in under 4 or 5 hours?
It's impossible.
No, you can't do it.
Some of the best exhibitors around. I mean, our exhibitors, they have so many cool things and cool ideas and delicious food and miraculous items. I love our exhibitors.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, you can spend a whole day doing that easily.
Oh,
And then
I do do that.
yeah.
I do that. One of my it's one of my favorite things to do, and it's one of my most feared things to do. It's two things. I love it in there, but I walk in, everybody sees me, right? So they want to pull me into their booth. That's the first thing, which is great. But I'm broke when I leave.
Yeah. That's because they have a lot of cool stuff.
It's amazing stuff.
Yeah.
It's amazing
Yeah.
stuff. And I just love it. And I don't know how many rows there are. It seems like 8, maybe. That you have the perimeter, right? And then you have the lanes. And that's what I do. I walk in the main entrance. I walk to the right. I go to the corner, and I just zigzag my way through there. And
that's only one of the exhibit halls, though. Remember, we've got 3 floors of exhibitors. So,
yeah. Then you've got the rabbit hole. We didn't even bring that up.
I know.
Okay. So the rabbit hole, Kristine, I'm going to let you describe it because it is one of the most interesting and I'm going to say it. It's one of the craziest parts of the Conscious Life Expo, where if you really want information on stuff that you probably don't talk about with your wife or friends, that's where you're going to go and find out, right?
Yes. So the rabbit
it's called the rabbit hole for a reason.
Exactly.
Yes,
it's all the stuff you kind of know, you never wanted to know, and then it probably is like and you probably should know. So that's what you're getting there. It's all those like little sideways holes you can go down. We bring that information to you all in one place.
It's so funny. You go down there and you're like, is this legal?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's the red light district. Yeah, it's the red light district of the Conscious Life Expo.
It's also, we have the rabbit hole marketplace down there too, which is this great
amazing
labyrinth of like different booths and fun people.
There's massage and there's reading.
Most of the people down there, they don't even go upstairs for the whole weekend. You know what I'm saying? Right? Plus we have DJs going on.
Both nights.
Both nights.
Oh my gosh. We didn't even talk about the lobby. There's music all weekend.
Live on stage. And if you ever want to come and find me, you're going to see me in front of that stage. Can I share a story with you guys? I don't know if you know this. Ian knows about this. Okay. One year, I think this is 3 years ago, and I get a text from David Palmer, and he goes, okay, man, we're getting ready to start down here, right? The DJ, the dance thing. And I've got like 5 people with me, and I'm heading down the escalators, and I come up and I see Linda standing talking to about 10 people, doing the Linda thing. And this is 11 o'clock at night. Kristine, some shit you just can't make up. All right. Now, I've got video of this, just so you know. I said, hold on, everybody. And I go up to Linda and I grabbed her arm. I said, Linda, you're coming with me. She goes, no, I'm talking. I said, Linda? I said, good night, everybody. She goes, what? I said, we're going to go dance. She goes, what? And I grabbed her. She goes, and we went and we got out. I grabbed Linda, pulled her out of a crowd. I grabbed Linda. We jump on the escalator. She goes, where are you taking me? I said, don't you worry, young lady. Don't you worry. And she goes, that music's loud. I said, Linda, we go down the escalator. We go in, and there's David Palmer, right? And the dance party's going on. I take Linda into the DJ booth. Yeah. and we're shooting video. You've seen the video, right, Serena?
Yeah,
You've seen the video?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
So this
yeah.
really happened, didn't it? This really
Yes,
happened.
it happened.
So Linda, so I'm standing there and I'm in the middle. I'm shooting. David Palmer's here. Linda's here. Linda's watching Palmer scratch, right? And Palmer's doing his thing. The room is down, and Linda, she's smart, right? And she's watching David waka, 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 waka. And I watched Linda look down at the turntable, and she takes her hand out and she goes, and it scratches. And she hears it on the PA system. So I'm watching, and I got this. I'm video. I'm watching Linda's brain and Linda's just like, she looks down and she goes waka waka waka, waka 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 waka, waka waka waka. Next thing I know, Linda Moulton Howe is DJing.
Yeah.
Waka waka. And it was the craziest thing. And we did this for 15 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It was the most amazing. And so she went from where are you taking me? She's down there. She's got one headphone off. Man, yeah, it was crazy. And we were down there for 90 minutes. Yeah, Linda DJing in the booth with the Leo King.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah. And that's the Conscious Life Expo.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. So everybody,
fest.
what's that?
It's a big love fest.
It's so good. Kristine, thank you so much. You are the absolute very best. I love you so much. Serena, I love you so much. Give my best to Doug.
Yeah.
Everybody, Conscious Life Expo.
Yes,
The links are below. Any way that you need to purchase or want to or figure out things, every a la carte idea or package, anything that you can think of, it's all there, and you can put everything together. We'll see everybody February 7th through the 10th at the LAX Hilton. Listen, you guys, you're my family. I love you, but seriously, be safe. These are very trying times. We're being tested right now. Serena, be safe. Give my best to Doug. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll be in touch with both of you in the morning if Los Angeles is still here. Okay?
Yes.
I'll see you guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Perfect night on the show. Serena Wright Taylor, Kristine Augustyn. It is the Conscious Life Expo. CLE 2025 is kicking off February 7th through the 10th at the LAX Hilton right here in Los Angeles, California. The links for everything are below. There's a full conference schedule, all of the speakers, anybody that you can think of, their bios, how to do it, how to get it done, and how to arrange a very amazing weekend. There's so much stuff going on that we've got a full schedule up. You can look at it, plan your weekend, and get it all done. All right. So with that, again, everybody, I want you to be safe out there. Have an amazing weekend. It's very trying times for everybody here in Los Angeles, but we will persevere. Okay. So enjoy your weekend. I'm your host, Jimmy Church, and all I've got is go backly tappy. Fade to Black is produced by Hilton J. Palm, Renee Newman, and Michelle Freed. Special thanks to Bill, John, Dex, Jessica, Dennis, and Kevin. Webmaster is Drew the Geek. Music by Doug Aldrich. Intro, Space Boy. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network. This broadcast is owned and copyrighted 2024 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network, Inc. It cannot be rebroadcast, downloaded, copied, or used anywhere in the known universe without written permission from Fade to Black or the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Go backly tappy.